Hey everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be doing a chit chat, get ready with me, conversation all over the place. I'm a little bit all over the place, but good old PMS can do that too, you know what I mean? Today we're going to be getting ready using some new things to me, some new things that I've tried. We have a lot of new conversation points that we're going to be hitting. Let me just forewarn you. And I'm really excited about the foundation, the lip. What else? Like a new primer. I actually put on lashes for the first time in quite a while, and all kinds of newness and just chattiness, and it's gonna be good. Oh, and my social media, in case you'd like to follow me elsewhere, is in the description box as always. I'm most active on my Instagram, and I've been posting daily outfits of the day, and it's so fun. It's so fun. So head on over to Instagram, and I also have Twitter. You need to kick me in the butt there, though. I like need to learn how to use it and like post more. So follow me there too. So welcome. If you are new, please subscribe. And yes, it's simple. Just hit the red button and subscribe. You don't want to miss out on anything. And if you really don't want to miss out on anything, hit that little notification bell right next to the subscribe button. So when I do upload a video, it'll just, I think it just like dings you on your phone so that you're aware and you're like, hey, I have something to do tonight. I have something to do this morning or whatever. You know, I get excited about my little dingy notifications when some of my favorite YouTubers upload. So maybe you want to try that bell out. So we're going to start with primer, as I always do. Typically I fill in my pores, and I found that that's really my favorite kind of primer. But I have a new primer I want to try out. I've used it a few times, but I haven't used it in conjunction with the foundation we're going to be doing. So this is the Pixi Rose Flash Balm Instant Skin Booster. This is a 3-in-1 moisturizer, primer, and mask. Now, I think in the wintertime, or if you have dry, dehydrated skin, this might be a go-to product for you. And it's available at the drugstore, which is awesome. So it looks like this. It's like a white cream consistency. I don't want to do too heavy of a layer of it. And I usually focus my primer like in this area where my foundation breaks up, usually right in the mustache area. I don't know why I get sweaty there, but I do. Now my skincare routine leaves me with a pretty good sticky base for foundation, which is why I tend to just use a pore filler inner, to kind of even out any texture and, well, fill in my craters. But this definitely does a good job of leaving your skin a little bit tacky. If you're oily, I don't know if you're going to like this, but if you are all the way up to combo, maybe give this a try, especially since we're in winter. So this is the exciting part. I have a new foundation I want to try. This is the Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation. Now, when I heard that there was a new version of this, I hadn't tried the original skin one, and I always thought it was kind of like a lighter weight, lighter coverage situation. But this new one is a long-lasting, I think the claims on it are like 16 hours, but you know, a long-lasting, buildable, fuller coverage foundation with more of like a matte, natural finish. I got the shade 2.25. I have a little sample size of it, which if you go to Sephora and get one of these and they fill it up, I mean, that is a lot of uses, so you can really get a feel for whether or not you like the foundation before committing to buy the bottle. So this is the shade Cool Sand. Ooh, yes. So it's not a super liquidy foundation, as you can see on my finger. It's really, you know, a little bit thicker. But you guys, I can already tell you I really like this foundation. So much so that I'm considering making this, like purchasing this and using this as my summer foundation. Because in the summer I do not, well, spring really, once it starts warming up, nothing really stays on me very well, and it's just so hot and humid that my skin just eats it, and my makeup just doesn't look very good, so I'd rather just skip foundation or just get something that's lighter like this that I can mix in. Now, I have applied this with my beauty blender, and I've used a brush. And I prefer the brush because it's a water-based foundation. Anything that's water-based, if you use a sponge with it, it really is going to shear it out, and the sponge is going to absorb a lot of the product. So I prefer to blend this out with a brush. It looks so much like skin. It's really, really pretty. It's funny because the older I get, the less foundation I'm tending to want to wear. Now, don't get me wrong, I love that full coverage look, and there is definitely a time and a place for it. I mean, your contour looks great, everything's just really crisp and clean. But on the daily, I just prefer evening out my skin tone, covering up any blemishes, that kind of thing. quite frankly, I have a few blemishes. Sorry that I keep looking in the viewfinder. I have a new lens, if you can't tell. It blurs my background, which I'm really enjoying, but I'm not used to it, and I'm a little bit leery that I'm going to be out of focus at one point, even though it's on autofocus. So if I look there, please give me grace. I need a little extra grace today. It just looks so much like skin. It doesn't feel heavy. I don't feel it. It even has like you see that slight glow? It's so good. I can already give that foundation my recommendation. The few times that I've used it, I want to say I've used it like 5 times. It gets my recommendation for sure. I'm going to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape concealer here. And every time I open this, it smells like DEET to me. Like mosquito repellent. That's what this smells like. I don't know why. Maybe, does yours smell like that? Because mine most certainly does. And I don't do a lot. I just do a little bit of this because this, when you have more of like a skin, like a lighter coverage foundation, and you do a full coverage concealer, it can look really weird because your under eyes are like perfectly blemish free and the rest of your face is not. Plus, if I do too much of this, as I mentioned in my last Get Ready With Me, or maybe it was just the favorites or something, I mean, you want to look 105? Because this will do it if you do a little bit too much, or a lot of it too much, or just too much. I love the finish of this foundation, but in order for me to put on the rest of my powder products, I still set it with just a little bit of loose powder. I use the Chanel Natural Finish Loose Powder. It doesn't look powdery. It doesn't add layers to my face. It just sets it really well. The Chanel powder still has like a skin-like finish too. And this will prevent it from breaking up. So I don't really have a look planned for today. I'm not going anywhere today. It's just me hanging around the house here. And I just kind of wanted to chat. You know, I was going to do this yesterday, or was it the day before, but quite honestly, I'm PMSing right now. And I just was feeling bloated and just disgusting and gross and all those wonderful things. So I just thought if I put a little bit of makeup on, I'll feel, not that the makeup defines you, because it doesn't, but it really does help you feel a little bit better about yourself when you actually get dressed for the day versus just letting yourself go for days and days on end like I typically do. I'm going to use the Baked and Brighten bronzer from Laura Geller. This is the the shade Fair. And this It Cosmetics, I think it's the Heavenly Luxe Wand. It's so, see, look at there, it goes out of focus a little bit. It is so soft. I've also been using this Zoeva brush for bronzer as of late, and I love it. I've been using the Real Techniques one forever, but I've kind of been changing things up. I think it's because I put music on when I'm doing my makeup, and then my kids will come in and ask me questions, and I just get distracted. So, all you moms out there, do you feel like your entire existence is constantly being distracted from what you were starting to do or thought you might want to do? Because I've been feeling that way a lot lately. And I know my job is to be a mom and to answer questions and all that kind of thing. But I'm also, my personality is when I get distracted, I tend to get frustrated. And then things don't pan out the way I wanted them to, and then I get disappointed. And I'm one of those people where when I get disappointed hard. I fall hard. And it's just one of my struggle things. We're doing a little contouring today. I typically don't, but I think it'll feel a little better with got a little bloating going on. This is the Kat Von D palette, and typically I mix these two shades, so we're just going to go with what I typically do. I mean, I will blend that out. Don't let that scare you. I will blend that out. I kind of naturally have a little bit of a cheekbone action going there, so that helps me with the placement of this stuff, but I just like to keep it back here. Sometimes, like, when I'm feeling real crazy, I'll bring it in and then, like, bake and do all that stuff, but that ain't gonna happen today. When I first got this Amazing Cosmetics line smoother, they sent this to me was it last fall? Yes, right before I was leaving Mississippi. I was like, what am I going to use this for? And I just kind of sat in my drawer. You know what I use it for? I use it to fill in my chickenpox scar, and I like to do this early on in my makeup in case I forget. Because when I go to line my lips, it almost enhances this little, it's a divot. It's literally like a divot, like in my lip line here. And this fills it in really well. I love this eye primer. However, mine feels like it's already getting a little bit dry. the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden. I like it because it, yes, holds my shadows into place and that kind of thing. But I like that it's tinted because I have a lot of discoloration. So a non-tinted, I cannot talk today. A non-tinted eyeshadow primer, my eyeshadows look more muddy because my base isn't like perfected, you know. I say you know way too much. I also say so way too much. Anyways, way too much. If you want to know what annoying things you do, turn a camera on, sit in your room, shut the door, and talk to yourself. You will find out real quick how annoying you actually are. Oh my gosh, my brows today. No good, no bueno. So I own all these eyeshadow palettes and all these single shadows and all that stuff. And I find myself reaching for, number one, my Visart shadows a ton. Number two, my MAC shadows. And I think it's because I picked these colors. I like these colors. I picked the colors. And when you buy an eyeshadow palette, you might like a couple colors in it, and there may be a couple other colors you never use. But that's why I still enjoy my MAC palettes, because you can just buy the shades that you like. You know, maybe there's 4 or 5 shades you use all the time. Just make a little palette. Am I recording? Yes, I am. Okay, sorry. I'm so paranoid today. I feel, you ever start something, you have this big genius idea, and it's just struggle bus. When I started watching YouTube, that's what everybody was using, was MAC eyeshadows. And so I started collecting, and I pretty much, I mean, I don't have a lot of the limited edition ones, but I have all the basic colors that I enjoy. This is Brule. It's just a matte cream shade, and I'm going to take this really dirty, big Real Techniques brush, and I set my eyeshadow primer with this. Real haphazardly. I'm going to start with Quarry. It's like, oh boy. I'm dipping back into Brule, and I'm just kind of blending out the tops of this because I decided that I did not do a very good job at blending. So we're just going to do this and hopefully erase any mistakes. That's like the one thing about blending, is if you do screw up, you can blend and blend and blend, and eventually it won't look that bad. I've been into a very simple eye look. I used to think that in order to have a good eye look and to make a video, you had to use 16 colors and liquid eyeliner, wings to the hills, huge lashes, and you know what, quite frankly, I started to look like not myself. A little bit scary, a little bit drag queenish. If you like that look, do it. On me, I feel like it was aging me negatively. Like, okay, you're in your 20s and now you look like you're in your, I don't even know. Like, it's just not flattering, it's not becoming. But I've been trying to simplify and just kind of go back to my original knowledge base. And that's not to say that what I learned was bad. I just reached for a haux. It's like a mauvey shade here. It's just, I don't know. I've been on the past month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, kind of in this discovery mode. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that my kids are in school now, and I have days to myself. And I've just been in this figuring out of what am I supposed to do with my time that isn't wasteful, that is productive, that kind of thing. Well, and get a part-time job. Easier said than done, being a military wife, and, you know, I have to be there for my kids. My husband is not reachable during the daytime, and so I have to be reachable and I have to be available. And if I do, you know, get a job and that kind of thing, it takes away time from family. Then I can't get my daughter to piano lessons and, you know, I go to Bible study and do those types of things that mean something to me too. And I guess for me, I'm just trying to be content in the season that I'm in. And when you're, you know, thrown into a new season, in the beginning there is a sense of discovery of like, okay, what am I supposed to do now? Like, as a mom, I guess I just would share with you that I struggle with, you know, staying at home sometimes and just being the maid and cleaning and cooking, and, you know, I feel like that I have more to offer, you know, and because I chose to be a mom, you know, you set aside what it is that you really enjoy doing for a while you're raising babies and that kind of thing. And, you know, for a while I felt like I lost myself. I remember when I was able to start getting dressed again, meaning not just wear like crappy clothes because you have babies spitting up on you and all that kind of thing all the time. I didn't know what was in style anymore. Like, I felt so lost. I'd always dressed nicely and been into fashion and all that kind of thing. And I just felt like I was starting all over again. Like, figuring out who I am and what I like kind of thing. So I've been in that mode, and some days are tough. Not gonna sugarcoat it. I keep it real here with you guys, and I feel like it's important to share things that are on my heart too, not just about makeup and fashion and whatever else I talk about here on my channel, which it is a little bit of everything, and I am not a makeup artist in case you are new. I just enjoy the company, and I feel like social media and there's a whole world out there, right? And I feel sometimes I feel like the art of just sitting down and having a candid conversation with people is a little bit lost in the production and the lighting and the perfect makeup and the perfect outfits, and I get all that. It's fun, and YouTube is an escape, and for some people, you know, they want that more TV-like experience. But I prefer a more real, human, emotional connection experience. That's how I approach my channel. And I think for a while I got a little lost too, because it's really easy to get sucked into what other people are doing and compare yourself. Oh my gosh, that is another one of my struggles is that don't compare yourself to other people. It's a trap. It's a lose situation, you know. Just be yourself completely, you know. That's what matters. I'm going to go in with Blackberry. It's like a matte purpley shade here. Don't get me wrong, I like to have fun. I do. I'm naturally a more serious person, but I do like to have fun on my channel. You know, like joke around and stuff. But you know what? Sometimes we all need a little bit of encouragement, a little swift kick in the behind. My mom was a stay-at-home mom, and you know, you hear that, you know, like being a mom is the hardest job in the world. It is. Being a stay-at-home mom is hard in a different way. Because if I had a job where I would leave the house every day, I feel like I'd feel good about myself. Like I'm working, I'm earning money, I'm bringing home money, I'm contributing to society and that kind of thing. But I'm contributing to society in a different way. I'm contributing in shaping and molding little people. And I have to keep that in mind when I start to feel the pity party, poor Chelsea. You know what I mean? We all throw pity parties for ourselves. Guess who shows up? No one. No one shows up for your pity party. But my friend Amy, she's also a stay-at-home mom, and we share struggles together too. And even my friend Jelena, I mean, she works from home, and sometimes she works, you know, not from home too. But we all can kind of, you know, she can sympathize too with working full-time and being a mom, and the struggles in that too. And so I don't know if this is going anywhere. I don't know if I've said anything that makes any sort of sense. But we're all in this together, you know, and I feel like that's why it's important to talk about this kind of thing and have these conversations, because maybe somebody's watching this and is having a bad day, is struggling with being a first-time mom at home with a newborn. Oh my gosh, I know that feeling. Or is struggling with having to put your baby in daycare and go back to work. Like, we're all in different struggles, and we need to encourage each other here. I think that's so important. That also makes me really sad as to where social media and a little bit of YouTube, where that's gone. And it doesn't need to, because we're supposed to be spreading love and joy and encouragement with each other. Not competition and dragging each other down and mean comments. Oh, I can't with the mean comments. Let me just put this out there. If you leave a mean comment, I'm going to delete it. Because those things stick with me. And it actually hurts my feelings. And I'm not very good at brushing stuff off. I mean, I could have 100 really nice comments, but that one mean comment will stick with me all day and just, ugh. So I'm just going to take that same blackberry color that I was throwing in my crease out there and the haux, And what I typically do is whatever colors I throw up on my upper lid, I just kind of blend them together and do that onto my lower lash line. So I'll start with the darkest color, like at the lashes, and then I'll blend it out with the crease color. I want something pretty all over my lid. Something just kind of glistening. I'm thinking this Jest color. It's like an icy pinky type of shade. I'm going to take a little bit of phloof for my inner corner. It's a really pretty, a little bit more frosty inner corner color, but so pretty. Lancome Monsieur, big. Stop, Chelsea, you are not good at accents. My husband will ask me, or I'll like do an accent, and I'll be like, oh, this is my British accent, and he's like, so I thought I would do a little bit of mascara, and because I'm feeling like lashes, I haven't put lashes on in so long, I think today's the day. I ain't going nowhere, but I just spoke about all of those things, you know, how it makes you feel a little bit better, so I'm going to try it, and I'm hoping I won't get angry and frustrated because I'm going to jack up my eye look, but this is good mascara, isn't it, though? It's good. It gives you lots of volume. Mine's getting a little bit dry already, but every single mascara dries out so quickly on me, so I'm wondering if it's like my eyes. Can you even tell a difference? These are just very subtly fluffy. Very subtly fluffy. Not anything like huge. So I guess if you're a person that doesn't like lashes, start out with these Ardell. I want to say these are the wispies or the demi-wispies. The demi-wispies kind of flutter. They have more of like a fluttering out appearance, which I like. I like them both. It really just depends on your eye shape too. It took me a long time to figure out which lashes worked for me and which ones worked best for Casey Holmes, because I always love her lashes and they look so good on her. She's so beautiful anyways. But she puts on those lashes and it's like, bam! I'll buy the same exact ones and I put them on and it's like, no! No! Just way, no. So, but you gotta keep in mind like your eye shape. I have further back set eyes. So, but I also have like a bone right here. So if the sorry, I'm moving too much. Moving too much for my camera to keep up with me. If I get a lash that has way too long of lashes, it won't work. Like, because it'll hit my bone and it just looks stupid. It looks like I have a hood on. You know what I mean? It's just like way too much. I'm going for my Burberry. Oh, it smells so good. Burberry Cameo today. Packaging. So good. And this brush, so good. It's the Wayne Goss one. You've seen it 100 times. If you're new, I love this blush brush because I can blend and apply, and it's lightweight. It's not too dense. Oh my gosh, I can't stand a dense blush brush because it just moves everything around. Like, mine does not look good. I go to use it. I see other people use it, and I put it on myself, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Is it me? Are they, like, better at it technique-wise? Like, what is going on? So I love this, and I think I just put too much on, but what's new, I always do that. Highlighter, I've been going strong with this. I got this as a Christmas gift from my friend Charity. I love these. If this exact one is still available and you like Hourglass powders, I would recommend it. I was eyeing this up. I love Hourglass powders. They're just effortless. This one is the one that's a little bit more metallic. I'm going to mix the rose one and this one. I usually mix these two. Oh my gosh, like way glowy this one is. Now their regular ones, I love. Their regular highlighters, they're not as metallic-y, but this is almost like wet looking, like stunning. I probably get a little bit carried away with it, but I love it. And speaking of Hourglass, I like to take then their ambient lighting powders and just all over my face. Like literally, I just go all over. Just like finishes it off, melds everything together, makes me look, I don't know, airbrushed. And for lips, I have new lip products. They were new to me in the month of, I think I got these in January, and I've been wearing these. These colors are so beautiful. The Matte Last Liquid Lips from Pixi. Now, I don't love liquid lips, let me preface by saying that, but these are good. They're lightweight, they're not thick. Let me like get the crusty crap off my lips first. So I just grabbed any old lip liner. Basically, I like to pair like a rosy color like this, I need a dark lip liner to pair it with. So I just reached for, this is Burgundy by MAC. This is the color Really Rose. Another color that would go really well with this look is Evening Rose, but I'm going to go with the Really Rose because it'll be Really Rose. The wand on this is like the YSL wand. It's good. It's lightweight. It does transfer a little when you drink a cup, out of a cup, but do you really want a product on your lips that won't even come off? Like, how much life is getting sucked out of your lips? You know what I mean? I don't like it to be really matte. Plus, when it's that matte, it just shows every single line you didn't know existed in your lips. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know how much you love Get Ready With Me's down below. I've noticed as of late they haven't been as much of an interest to you guys. Maybe you just fell off the wagon. Maybe you're just over me and my long-winded conversations. Leave me a comment down below, and if you've watched this far, give this video a like. Subscribe if you haven't yet done so. And I will try to do more Get Ready With Me's if that's indeed something you want me to do, maybe on a weekly basis or a bi-weekly basis. Because you know, when I film a video, I'm going to put my makeup on anyway, so if you want me to film more, we can do that. I will definitely make things for you that you want to actually watch, not just things that I come up with. So thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I look very much forward. I look forward to chatting soon. All right, guys. Bye.